So I'm going to go over the one more simulation. 57 students participated in a lottery for a particularly desirable dorm room, a triple with a fireplace and a private bath in the tower. 20 participants were members of the same varsity team. I added all names were put into the hat and 3 names were drawn. When all 3 winners were members of the team, the other students cried foul. Use a simulation to determine whether all team outcome could reasonably be expected to happen if everyone had a fair shot at the room. So question 3, how likely will all 3 lottery winners be members of the same team if there's nothing suspicious going on? So this is our null hypothesis. Okay. How will we model the outcomes using our calculators? So we're going to use our calculators to get random digits, and I'll go through again what you put in your calculator. But what will the numbers represent? So 1 through 57 is going to be my 57 participants. So 1 through 57, and let me just change that color. Will represent the students. So 1 through 57 represents all the students. The people on the team, since there's 20 people, would be 1 through 20. Therefore, 21 through 57 would represent not on the team. In your calculator, you would put random integer 1 through 57, and I want 3 because 3 people would go in a room because it's a triple. So a triple means that 3 people are in a room together. Okay, so I want 3 people, and that represents the rooms. So when I did my trial and I went through my first trial, I got the numbers because they weren't on the team. I got numbers like 22, 23, 24. So I'd put a no, all varsity. The next one, I got like 1 to 57. So I put no, all varsity. But down here, I got like a 2, 3, 4. They were all varsity. Okay. So the number of my trials with an all team outcome was 1. Okay. And how likely is a all team outcome for my 20 trials would be 1 out of 20, which equals 0.05, which is 5%. Now, my class results were a little different. So I used data from last year. With my class results, I had 1, plus in another class, we had 3, and then in another class, we had 4. So we had a total of 8. And this we did with 3 people, and this was out of 60 because I have 3 different trials with all team outcomes, like a class result, and we each did it 20 times, so that would be 60. So this would be 8 out of 60. So how likely would this be? 8 out of 60 would equal, from my total, 0.133, using 2 other people's data from the class. So do we have a reason to be suspicious of dorm room lottery outcome? And yes, we do. Because from your book, if you did your reading, you know what the probability should be, and we'll go over that in a minute. Yes, we do. Because based on my simulation results, we estimate, so this is how you have to answer when you're using a simulation, that there is a 13.3% chance that 3 players from the same team will be selected. Okay. Now, our actual would be probability of all three on the team. So remember this from Algebra 1. And since I have 20 players on the team, it would be 20 out of 57. One of those players got chosen, so now I only have 19 out of 56. Another one of those players got chosen, so I have 18 out of 55. And I'd multiply all of those, and the actual probability would be 0.03896. So just about 4%. And our percentage was 13%, so there might be something going on there based on our simulation.